ready to put this one in the air. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their now 36-year-old quarterback who's in his 14th NFL season, the former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays. And yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 111 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good...
And he'll get into the end zone and touchdown Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Take it in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Play fake here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll drop the throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, back 25. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Oh, here we go. Oh, check 3, check 3, check 3.
Giants. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the mark. Second. Here's Ryan. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Single.
Throwing again, Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second down and goal. Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. So crisis averted, but now facing third and goal. Now Ryan. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Blankenship's kick is good. It moves to 10-10. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
Maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points. They come in helpful later on.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Back to throw again. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started.
And now, dude. Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. A handoff as they run the counter play. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
First downs have not come easy in leading runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Ryan. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag is thrown. I think this is going to be a face mask.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Hey, check mine.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. Now we give to Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards remain for second down. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. They'll look to throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Folks' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10 to 3. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Ryan. Caught left side by Hilton. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Ryan. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Jags are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Nick Folk for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And able to get this out to the 25. Heading back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
It's a gain of 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here's Rodgers to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Jacksonville defense, here they come now. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway in the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ballgame.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He'll check this down to Hines. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Ryan to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw again is Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him. He's able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Ryan. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ryan to throw. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. And Woods has it complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. This to Hines on the drop-off. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a given.
Blankenship out for the point after. And no sweat. And we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
There's Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is... Now they try the right side here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Here's Logan Cook now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Take 4.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that's an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Taylor. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 40. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They run with Hines. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
They're not ready for this. They still playing. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Now it's Hines. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Check. Watch the D4.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us, we came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah, a little bit.
M-E-H, man. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on